Moreno-Ocampo has agreed to speak to Al Jazeera. He's live with us now from The Hague. Sir, thanks very much for your time. You've promised to guarantee the safety and protection of witnesses independently. How exactly are you going to do that?
That's my job. For the last 6 years, we investigate the massive crimes in areas very dangerous like Ituri in the Congo or in Darfur. No one was attacked, no one was wounded. I like to keep my record clean. Kenya will work in Kenya protecting ourselves, the witnesses. That's what we'll do.
But there is a very big difference this time in that you are investigating members of the sitting government. That's going to make it very difficult, isn't it, to protect the witnesses?
That's my job. I will do it. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, it's all well and good for you to say, I'll do it, don't worry. I mean, there are people that are very worried, including human rights organisations, people within the country that know these witnesses and recognise that they too are worried.
I understand. They have to be worried because it's a worrying situation, but this is my job. So I have a duty to protect the witness. I will do it. The news today is that we'll be justice in Kenya case. That's the news, and we'll proceed. We have 20 names, 20 suspects, but yet not evidence. So I will collect my evidence, protecting my witness, and in this year I will present to the chambers at least 2 cases with 1 to 3 individuals who we believe will be the most responsible of the cases. In this process, I will go in May to Kenya to visit the crime scenes, to see witnesses, also to offer the suspects the possibility to talk to us. They are still innocent, and they can provide to us information about why they are not responsible. So that's the plan. That's what we'll do.
OK, but will your instrument for protecting witnesses, I know you want to talk about the importance of this moment, and we will, but your instruments for protecting witnesses, will they be entirely separate from the government's own plans to protect witnesses? Because there's legislation going through at the moment. How will you separate these 2 instruments?
Because I don't need to rely on the Kenyan authorities. I have my own resources, and in the court I have a special unit, victim witness unit protection, so I can organize protection for the witness. But in addition to that, I have more information. I have financial information, I have phone records, I have different type of information. I can collect witnesses in Europe. I can do many, many things. I don't need to explain to you, but trust me, I will do it in the way we did the previous cases. No one will be attacked.
OK, I mean, you might want me to trust you, but certainly members of the human rights advocacy in the country are doubtful. I just want us to listen to Victor Kamau. He spoke to us earlier and he expressed a fair degree of scepticism. I want you to just listen to this.
I'm sceptical because I think that, first of all, the measures are probably inadequate, and then the witnesses themselves do not really have confidence in the government, so they might not cooperate. And the perpetrators are very influential and have been known to be very brutal at times.
I mean, there is a very clear fear there, isn't there? How do you respond to that?
It's okay. They have fears, they have hopes, and they have skepticism. It's okay. Normal. OK, but I mean, how are you going to cajole these people to come forward when they know that the people that are being investigated are leaders in their country at this moment in time? Hello? I think I lost the connection. Lady, I lost the connection.
Mr. Ocampo, it's Hamish MacDonald here in Doha. Can you hear me?
It's coming back.
Great. I know you say that they should trust you, but given that the people that are being investigated are still in positions of leadership in their country, I mean, how can you assure them that if they come forward that there won't be retribution? There are very clear fears that even by investigating this, that there's going to be turmoil. Mr. Ocampo, can you hear me? It's Hamish MacDonald in Doha. We're just trying to make sure that we can... We're just trying to make sure that the communication lines are up and running. If you can hear me, how can you assure them that these people who are still in power will not seek retribution if they give evidence? All right. Apologies to you watching. We're having some problems talking to Mr. Ocampo at the moment. Mr. Ocampo, can you hear me? It's Hamish MacDonald in Doha. We'll try and proceed with this interview.
Yes, I'm here.
Given that many of the people that you're investigating are still in positions of power, What assurance do you give to those witnesses that you want to speak to, that they won't face retribution further down the line?
Okay, let me be clear. We are not going to rely on the Kenyan authorities to protect our witnesses. And our witnesses are few witnesses. We normally have no more than 30 witnesses in each of our cases. So there are few people we protect. The rest of the Kenyan citizens should also be protected, but this is Kenyan authorities' responsibility. I'm not replacing the Kenyan government here. I'm just taking care of my few witnesses. That I will do. And how to do it? Different ways to do it, but normally we protect them. But we can also relocate them, we put them in safe places, we'll organize the things. But I understand the fear, because there are two different points. I will have the witness I need, because I will protect them. But in addition to that, Kenyan authorities have to protect each citizen in Kenya, of course. That is a different issue.
Concerns have been raised separately about the supporters of these individuals that are still in power that you may be investigating, that they may react aggressively in these circumstances, that there may be further violence as a result of the simple fact that you're carrying out the investigation. Are you aware of those concerns?
Look, the biggest concern shared by everyone is that if there's no justice for the victims of the 2007-8 elections, will be worse crimes will be committed in 2012. So that's the biggest concern. We have to prevent violence in 2012. In the meantime, I think it's an opportunity for Kenyan leaders to show responsibility and to ensure that the society is working together. Even those who are suspects can show responsibility and show they are not promoting more crimes. On the contrary, they are trying to clarify what happened. So it's a huge chance for all of us to work together to ensure that Kenya overcome violence.
There is a pretty tight timeline that you're working to because, of course, there are new elections due eventually. There's work towards a new constitution. Obviously, these sorts of investigations have in the past taken a very long period of time. How conscious are you of the realities that face people living in Kenya, and that if this isn't dealt with quickly, there could be much broader implications for the safety of the people that live there?
My investigation took few months always. Maximum 2 years in Darfur was very difficult. So I do short investigation. Don't compare me with other tribunals, please. I think it's a mistake. So we promise that we are aiming to have the bulk of the investigation complete in 2010, this year. And then probably next year, if everything working well, we can have confirmation hearings. That's the plan. We'll see how it's working.
Okay, now you have this list of 20 names. Are you revealing who is on this list, which members of the government and other political parties are on the list?
This list is produced by the commissions who investigate the crimes in Kenya. So the chamber asked me who could be investigated. We gave this list, but it's not binding me. I had to collect my evidence, and I will do it impartially. And then I will define who should be presented to the judges to be prosecuted. And then the judges will decide. That's the process. That's why today I'm collecting evidence. These people are just indications. Nothing is binding to me.
And one final question. Would you rule out bringing sitting members of the government or even ministers to trial if the evidence warranted?
We'll follow the evidence. We'll follow the evidence. We cannot make political responsibility. We have to be criminal charges. So we'll follow the evidence. We'll do impartially. We'll offer any person who is suspect to give us information, and we'll make decisions. But then the judges will decide. The prosecutor office will present their cases. The judges will decide. That's the process. Justice is coming to Kenya. Justice will help to prevent violence in Kenya.
Mr. Moreno-Ocampo, thank you very much for your time and persisting with the difficult audio issues. Thank you.
Thank you.